Bye, Kevin. See ya. Out of battery. Hey, it's Job, and congratulations on surpassing the 1 week mark of December Daily. We are on December Daily day 8 and 9, and these past few days have been pretty different actually. On the 8th, I decided not to vlog, and I just took a little break from that. And then on the 9th, I actually received that wonderful package from Chifeng of Mr. Eggplants. I honestly had like a mini fanboy freak out here because I still can't believe that Chifeng sent that planner to me. I was eyeing it on so many different sites, and I don't know. You all know that I'm always like late to things. I was late to Queen's Gambit, as you can see right now, and Emily in Paris. I'm just like very late on like pop culture things. But when I am like finally on that little trend or like micro obsession, I'm really obsessed with it. So yes, I'm very obsessed with this planner. I can't wait to dive into it. Technically I can, but I'm one of those people that does not enjoy diving into planners in December. I know a lot of people do, but my OCD just kicks in and it feels weird to jump in and not complete the year in my existing planner. So that's the main reason why you're not seeing any like 2021 setups and stuff, because I don't know, I'm still holding off on using my planners. It takes a lot of self-control, but honestly, I feel like it's worth it because once January 1st kicks in, I get to like crack into a new planner, but we'll save that talk for a different day. As you can see, I had such a hard time trying to marry both concepts of the Queen's Gambit and the planning of you, the thinking of you planner. I wanted to do like a 2-page spread for both days, like I've been doing for most of December Daily, but I decided that these two spreads needed their own, or these two like days needed their own 2-page spreads, just because the concepts were so different. And I think it worked out for the better. As you can see, I kind of moved around, and I actually journaled on the 8th on a different page, and on the 9th on another page, but the 8th is actually a page before the 9th, but so it's not chronological when I'm flipping through this insert, which I might irk a few people. I was kind of like annoyed for a bit, but then I let it go because I think it was the best decision, because since my whole insert is like mid-century themed, it totally fits into the aesthetic of the Queen's Gambit. Honestly, I was just so obsessed with this show because of the cinematography. The fashion was amazing. I don't know, it was just so inspiring, and like the way Beth overcomes various things in her life, it was actually really cool. So I highly recommend it. I know I'm like the last person to have watched it, but if you haven't watched it, it's never too late. But yeah, I really wanted to incorporate some photos. I never really do this. I usually just use whatever I have when I journal. Like I just use found items and ephemera that I have lying around. I don't really actively print stuff, so it was a nice change, and honestly it was so fun playing around with the white ink. I have added that to my stash of December daily supplies, but I haven't dived into it, so it was nice to use that white ink. And I just love how it leaves like a ghost like impression right beside that picture of Beth with the chess pieces. Oh, I really liked it, and I used a whole bunch of these vellum scraps in this specific journaling session because they're all cut to the same length, because they are actually the overhang pieces when I was making junk journal inserts. So I've been hoarding those for when I just need to incorporate a little piece of vellum. And as you can see, this is part of the thinking of you packaging, which is amazing, and I really didn't want to cut it up, but the illustrations and design of it was just too good, so I had to cut up that bag and that packaging. You all know that I love using as much of the packaging as I can in my journals, and I just like using like found items because it makes it more fun instead of like using other things in your journaling stash. And I actually created 3 journal spreads. You'll see at the very end of this video that I dive into the insert that I was using right before I started December daily, because I had so much leftover ephemera and I was still on that journaling high that I felt like I needed to continue. So we'll dive into that later, but I use this little invoice sheet that came with my package. The address that's on there is not a private address, it's a PO box, so I left that unblurred and for everyone to see. But I actually did this kind of half tip in so you can see kind of that receipt invoice, and then I layered it with the accordion pamphlet that came with the planner. Honestly, I would have just kept the pamphlet if I could actually read it. It's all in Mandarin because Mr. Eggplant, or Chifeng, is from Taiwan, and it's a Taiwanese like stationery brand, so a lot of the stuff in the planner is in English, but there are like Taiwanese or Mandarin elements. So I just decided to use that pamphlet and use like that illustrated part in this journal spread because I can't read it. I could have Google translated it, but I think I got the basic gist of the planner, and it's so beautiful. You'll see more of it when I make a dedicated video about my planners for 2021, or even just an unboxing for that specific planner. I also decided to dive into the other MU transfer stickers that I had. Honestly, these are still so much fun. Like I said in my earlier videos, it like brings back like this hidden memory in me that, I don't know, it's just such a fond memory of using those stickers. So yeah, if I can activate that nostalgia, I will. So that's why I've been using it a lot. And then you are seeing me use the same vellum sheet in that same like strip, like I don't know, what are we calling these? I guess like scraps. I just use that similar layout because I wanted to mirror the 2 spreads together. So I just used my not my Fudenoski brush pen, my Aquash brush pen filled with Sumi ink, and I just brush lettered Mr. Eggplants. And yeah, I think this spread was pretty fun, and I got to use some of my other washi tapes that are not grid. So I used the torn edges to line the edge of that tip in. And then I added a little sign that says flip, so I know that I can flip that little, I guess, concealed, I don't know what we're calling this, like a card style tip in, so I can see the journaling there. And I just layered a few scrap pieces of paper to add some more dimension when I open that tip in up, and I think it looks really cool because you get to see that invoice, and then you see a little bit of some grid paper, and then I added some of the Love Yourself washi on the edge to kind of mirror the torn edge on the other side. And I had this little cool like stamp that came with the package that I wanted to use in the spread, but it just didn't fit. And there were so many other ephemera pieces like this egg zine that came with the package, and then more of the paper bag packaging that came with the planner. So I decided to make another dedicated like journal spread for this planner because I was absolutely obsessed with it. And again, I want to thank Chifeng for sending this over. She was so kind and reached out to me directly to send this over, so it was very kind of her. And I feel so blessed because I was really like upset when I couldn't find a place to purchase it. I was almost gonna go to Etsy, and I think there was one that was being sold for like way overpriced, but I was like, maybe I should just do it because it's such a nice planner. But yeah, the dedication was real. I decided to make another journal spread, and honestly, I feel like I really like this one a lot more. I think maybe it's because it's a lot of like layering and stuff, but to be fair, there's a lot of layering in the other spread as well. But I think this spread captures the essence more of like Mr. Eggplants because she has that very like Taiwanese effortless I can't say that word, effortless journaling style that I aspire to have, but I do not have because I am a maximalist and I add tons of colors and textures and all of these things into my journal spreads. But that's fine. Everyone, has their own style, and I like incorporating other people's styles in my journal from time to time. I like this spread a little bit more, but I think the this spread, the Queen's Gambit tribute, has that, I don't know, it just has that like mid 1960s feel that matches the mid-century aesthetic of this pre-illustrated, pre-decorated insert. So yeah, I'm happy with both spreads, and it was so fun playing around with all of the different ephemera pieces today. So I hope you enjoyed watching me create these journal spreads, and I will see you tomorrow for more fun and more December daily adventures. See you next time. Bye.